I would
Three things you wanna
say
leave us
the next level is for realtors to ask more questions of the title company that they end up having their escrow close with, and that's when they first set that escrow up. Because it's not a natural tendency to think like that. They just come in, what they're concerned about is receiving their earnest money, getting a copy of contract, and they're on their way.
Mm-hmm.
Just a couple of questions asked is really, I think, imperative in this today's environment. Secondly, I really think it's important for the buyer and seller both to establish a direct contact with the escrow officer. Because there's two benefits to that. One is that now we know we have our direct line of communication, but I've never yet to see any situation where when you finally got to the closing table that a relationship had not been established between that buyer and seller, because they may be working through circumstances of divorce,
Right.
federal
Like
tax
you said.
liens, those type of things. There's a lot of emotion involved in that, and a good escrow officer can be a calming source for all parties to that transaction.
That's a good point.
And the last piece is be aware of the title insurance underwriters and get educated about what are the top underwriters to select from, and just learn a few things about what it is that makes a good title insurance policy. Because if that person buys that home and they don't turn the normal over in 5 or 7 years, and they live there for 20, they should have 20 years of assurance that that policy is going to be good in the event their property was ever
Absolutely.
challenged anyway. And the last thing I'd say is the rising thing to be concerned about is any transactions that you're involved in where there's heirship involved. There is a lot of claims surfacing with heirship. So you think you've got all the parties identified, you close the transaction, and 2 more pop up that didn't know about the closing and found out, and now they're at the table saying, "Where's my third,
part?"
my fourth?"
Oh, wow.
And this is a new movement in the industry right now, and it's also a fraud opportunity as well. To
Maybe
that
that's
side.
another show you come
It
back
could
and
be
talk
another
about.
show.